This season of South Park has been one of the most stacked political seasons of all time. And with that comes a lot of tiny references to real-life atrocities that the team at South Park wants to highlight. And in my breakdowns of every individual episode, I try to highlight them as they came up. Because let's be honest, this has been the funniest part of the entire season. And the beauty of this community is that from reading your comments on my videos, I realized that even I missed a few super cool and very funny hits and jabs that made me go back and rewatch all of them to compile my favorite political and satirical masterpieces of the season that I'm sure a lot of people missed while watching the episodes. So buckle up, because later I will explain one that truly shows deep concerns for our future. But first, a crazy tinfoil theory about Trump. In episode 5, Carr is seen falling down the stairs as Trump set up his trap for Satan, which sparked a lot of interest in a recent case. Ivana, Trump's ex-wife, died mysteriously at 73 years old, falling down the stairs in 2022. A lot of people found that, let's just say, suspicious. And to make it even stranger, she was then buried at his golf club in New Jersey. She had no known connection to the property, but New Jersey law gives tax benefits to cemeteries. So people are theorizing that maybe she knew something about his past, and let's say some past relationships. We all know that when you're friends with certain powerful entities, people around you just accidentally fall downstairs all the time. But ending up as a potential tax loophole for your ex-husband is a wild way to leave your legacy. Imagine golfing 18 holes and then tripping over your ex-wife's gravestone. As a man myself, I genuinely want to know, how did he sell that idea to his new wife? Now, that's truly some excellent sales material for the art of the deal. Next up, we have Silicon Valley's newest business model: AI, bad ideas, and a lot of psychedelics. Because in Sycophancy, we are introduced to the trend of tech CEOs microdosing psychedelics for
bolsters our focus and creativity,
thinking they're all geniuses because their ass-kissing AI told them so.
It's really great that you've got it, and it's amazing that you're being positive.
Is that ChatGPT?
Yeah, I'm using it to find a new job.
No, everything's gonna be okay.
It's a direct reference to the new culture where everyone is a biohacking CEO, waking up like a walking pharmacy, blasting their system with supplements just to justify their addiction to fast dopamine and to feel special about waking up at 4 AM for a cold shower. Meanwhile, they're replacing all their hardworking people with ass-kissing AI who's excited about every half-baked idea that they are pitching. It's also a direct hit at Elon Musk, who publicly said that he frequently uses ketamine to combat depression. Looks like it's working, because that's one hell of an exciting celebration. I guess that explains a lot of his recent controversies. Well, sadly, we also see a jab at reality of inflation and terrible financial political decisions in America, because as ICE steals Randy's Mexican,
You sons of bitches! Those are my Mexicans!
it forces him to sell the farm because it is too expensive to keep running on legal employment. A sad reality of most Americans who can barely afford a place to live, and farmers begging for help as Trump's trade wars puts them out of business. And like most business owners in favor of immigration, well, Randy only cared for the illegals because, well, it benefits him. As he changed his business model from Integrity Farms to Tech-Ready, well, it's
No
just a
longer a
true
marijuana
sign that
farm.
when you go into tech or politics, there is no place for integrity if you want to be successful. Everyone is bought and sold to the highest bidder, and you rarely catch yourself actually surprised that a politician did the right thing, which is kind of scary. In the season 27, South Park finally releases JD Vance, and he is introduced as a known figure, because he is tattooed from Fantasy Island, which once you see it, it's just impossible to unsee. The voice, the mannerism, and sweet talking Trump like his biggest fans. It's just a glorious throwback for all the mature audience out there. Even Trump has a new look. He looks and acts exactly like Saddam Hussein.
Why are you placing these new tariffs on Canada? What are you, some kind of dictator from the Middle East?
A dictator from the Middle East? Hey, relax, guys.
In the old South Park movie, Saddam appeared as this narcissistic lover of Satan in hell. And Trump had his appearance changed from the past season, and now he's taking the form of Saddam, even down to all of his small war medals, because you do remember him calling himself and Netanyahu war heroes. Yeah, bro, I don't think that's it. And it's a direct hit at his political landscape, being more controlling and bombastic than ever, because he's basically acting like a Middle Eastern dictator. So this is not where it stops, because he's also seen as a living metaphor, literally in bed with Satan. Like, how his policies made him a part of the swamp instead of draining it. I'm sure there's some files somewhere he forgot to release. I guess they're also in the swamp somewhere. The next one is perhaps my personal favorite, and I think it's something that most people have not giving enough attention, because it's quite scary.
How does it feel? AI, motherfuckers!
It's with AI. People are now blindly following AI and has left all rational thinking on the shelves.
Hey, can you explain to this guard at the gate what our company is and that we have clearance to enter?
Hello there. It's really great that you're doing your job. And we do have the clearance to come through. Thanks for helping us out.
All right, go on in.
Awesome.
As AI become more and more common in our society, people are just getting dumber and dumber by the day. We don't learn anything, we don't remember anything, we just ask AI and follow blindly. Like, people now blindly listen and take life advice from robots that has never lived a life. They just think whatever the internet tells them is right. So whoever decided the morals and values of the AI will have full control of people's actions and thoughts in the near future. So I'm sure there's definitely no historical moments where people just blindly complied that ended badly, right? And finally, here's where things get really, really weird and horrifying. In South Park, well, they brought out Donald Trump Jr. as a strategic advisor for predictive markets.
Hello?
Oh, you have got to be f***ing me. What? This is the strategic advisor for predictive market apps.
And in case you don't know, it's these real-life betting, where it's basically like sports betting, but in real-life situations. Like, you can bet on who wins the next election or how many tweets Elon Musk will make in the next month. Well, yeah, it's weird. So, Kyle, he's already pissed about people betting on if his mother would bomb a hospital. So he, of course, complains to the company. And who picks up? Well, it's this nightmare fuel version of Don Jr. that's half photo and half cartoon. Seriously, he looks like something out of an analog horror VHS tape your parents told you to never watch, but you kinda did anyway.
Hello?
And of course, he is no help. He just keeps passing Kyle around like he's a customer service rep who hates their job. It's basically just regulators, and the regulators are regulating for other regulators, and somehow Junior is in charge of all of them, which is a direct jab at real life, because Donald Trump Jr. really did become a strategic advisor for predictive markets like Polymarket. And here's the kicker. Polymarket was actually banned from operating in the US in 2022, but magically, they were unbanned not long after Don Jr. came on board. A coincidence, I think not, or maybe just a family discount. Now, to play a little devil's advocate, the unbanning was technically already in motion, but let's be honest, the optics are still worse than Randy microdosing ketamine while launching a startup. And exactly what South Park is marking here is this powerful stacking of influence over the very systems that are supposed to keep them in check. Which brings us full circle back to the FCC's Brandon Carr, because he is from the FCC, which is the Federal Communications Commission, basically this independent agency of the United States of America who regulates communications. And Trump was putting pressure on them to do something about the Jimmy Kimmel suppression case. So the independent agency of regulations is now being regulated by others. So the regulators are being regulated. Wait, just make this make sense. I don't even know how to follow up on that because that is just ridiculous. Other than just saying thank you so much for watching and all your support, I will wave goodbye with this lovely Kristi Noem clip of her just going completely on a spree in a pet store because allegedly she shot her own dog because she failed to train it, and now she's running around with her ICE crew collecting people who apparently aren't allowed to be here. I guess that's what she thought of her dog as she looked it into its eyes and shot it in its face. I guess that's also why we see this beautiful scenery in heaven, because not even in heaven you are safe from Kristi Noem. Oh well, thank you guys so much for watching here. Have a kiss and goodbye.